Today is November the 4th, 2020. This is the Service Hero Show, 365 days of awesome. Celebrate success through service. My name is Tamara Hunter, and I am your host. This is the show that shares inspiring stories of those that are inspiring others. So let's do this. Today, we have a treat in store for those that are buddies and know us well. Yes, we've got two of those that have been in our quote-unquote private group and have been, if you will, having some fun with us, with humor, hope, heart, hugs, and a lot of love. We have two service heroes that are accustomed to giving and serving and doing so much for others. And today we are going to have a lot of fun talking about one word with 4 letters, love. We are going to be talking about the tour of love that is coming this month, the very last day, for 36 hours live, and will be, if you will, coming to a screen near you throughout the world. So welcome.
Hey, Tamara, thank you for having me.
And Dr. Jill, so I want to introduce you all to everyone, and Cinnamon. So good to have you with us. Absolutely love you. And Carol Betterzins, one of our senior ambassadors for the Buddies and one of our producers for this show and for the upcoming event. She is actually one of our leaders. And what she's talking about is everybody out there right now, get your phones out if you have not yet signed up for the E360 TV app, because that's going to be a big part of what we're going to be talking about today. So, yeah, go to your app store, E360 TV app. You will want to get it because you are not going to want to miss any of what we are going to be doing here soon. So I'm going to introduce you both, and so everybody knows who we have. And yes, I will turn on names for a moment, but you know what? We're among friends. Okay, so we have to my left, we have Kim O'Neill. Kim O'Neill is the host of,
Every day is a new day show.
A new day show every day. I was going to say every day is a good day, but no, it's every day is, every day is amazing when you're around Kim O'Neill. I can tell you that.
Oh, love you. Thank you.
I love you too. And then right here on the lower part of the screen, we have Dr. Jill Briska. Dr. Jill Briska is someone that came to us. Actually, I met Kim at an event, and then Dr. Jill was actually nominated to be a service hero. And when she got to know the buddies and everything, she came and joined us. And since, we're going to be talking about what she says because it's so sweet. I always love it. And I want to see what is being said here with everyone. Please go to your app store and download. Yes, it is free, and we have already started a chat. Okay, so before we go too deep into this, I'm going to share something because I think it will help a lot of what we are up to. So here we go, and then we're going to talk.
Hello, Kim O'Neill here, transformational confidence and interview coach and host of the Every Day is a New Day podcast and live show. And I have chosen to be a proud sponsor of the Tour of Love. And I have joined the tour. I am on the bus, and I hope to see you there.
every time I hear the music and everything, oh yeah. And by the way, I'm going to take a sip of water too.
Oh, what's that on your mug? Love it. Love it.
Love it. Yes. Okay. You guys, yes, we're going to have fun today because that's what we do when we get together. We have more people coming in. I love it. And Carol is saying hello to everyone. Linderly is one of the winners within the closed group. I won't say what because you don't give everything away. However, we have been having some prizes and fun, and Linderly was one of our winners. Actually, Carol Brown was too. And so, you gotta have fun. And right now, more than ever, don't you think fun's a good word?
100%. Holy moly.
I second that for sure.
We need some good vibrations in this right now, big time. So
absolutely. So I am now going to open it up because we're going to be talking about why are we going on a tour of love? What is the tour of love? The tour of love is our third annual. It's just amazing to think. This is the third year that we are going to going live for 36 hours. The very first year we did 24 hours, meaning that I was on for 24 hours straight on live with a variety of different people. And then last year we upped it to 36 hours. And so yes, live for 36 hours with other people. And 2 years ago, or now almost 3 years ago, we declared, myself and the leadership and those within the buddies, that we would be the next Jerry Lewis Telethon, and taking the message out there and making a difference and changing how cancer is done. This is a powerful forum, and if used correctly, we can make a huge difference. Well, I have been saying we will become the next Jerry Lewis Telethon. Now, I have been corrected, and this year, we are the next Jerry Lewis Telethon. It is in a more modern day way. We are streaming live. That's why we want you to get your phones out, get the app, because we're going to be streaming live to 80 million screens.
Wow.
Through Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, Android TV, HOD radio and television out of Nigeria. Of course, we'll be going live all over Facebook, all over YouTube, and we will be 1 hour delayed on IGTV, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and Twitter.
Wow.
that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. So yeah, you're right. This could be a huge game changer. The way that people can see what support for people that are going through cancer and chemo and their families and their friends. I mean, like, I talk about this group so often to the people that I know because it's like finding a hidden gem. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, how was I so lucky to come across a group? Because what I do with the energy, the vibration and stuff like that, like, this is a perfect microcosm of this is what you want. This is what you want to find in your life, is a group that like takes you as you are and takes you where you are and supports you and loves you, whether you can give or you're in a place where you need to take. It just is, it's very loving, and I'm so excited to be part of it.
And what do you call it? I love what you call it.
I call it the Warm Fuzzies. This group is the Warm Fuzzies. Because, well, do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, absolutely.
So when I was in younger, in church, when I was in confirmation and youth group and things like that, it was a tradition with our church, which was a very hippie kind of church, like I remember our minister being like in bell-bottom pants and playing his acoustic guitar, and we're singing around the campfire kind of people, lots of hugs, and it's great. So, but anyway, warm fuzzies was the thing that we would do at our retreats or our weekends away, or if we had a special event or something like that. And you took your little bag of cotton balls, which were the warm fuzzies, and then you went around to everyone in the group and you exchanged, and you told them something that you really liked about them or appreciated about them or saw in them. And then, they didn't have to give you one right back. You kind of just worked the room, and it was just a real big love fest. But that's how I feel in this group. It is a love fest.
I love it. I love it. And Kim, you're someone that, we met each other because we both volunteered at an event, and it was like an immediate, okay, I just absolutely adore this person. This person is going to be in my circle, my world from now on, and it was that kind of a situation. And so then when you then came into the buddies, you had been hearing about them, but when you came into the buddies, what did your experience become? What did you immediately think? I would love to hear.
The word support is the first word on my mind. It's not only is it made to support others, but I see others within the group supporting each other. And that is beautiful. So I love the warm fuzzies that you were talking about, Dr. Jill, and the exercise of the cotton balls and all of that. It's just beautiful. To me, the support and definitely love, and something that I don't know if self-sustaining is the right word, but it's very rich. There's a depth to the support that's there. Does that match what you guys think too? Yeah,
absolutely. Well, you can even see it here. Quite honestly, a lot of people that come to the Service Hero show, they don't expect to be able to see the kind of support and, if you will, chat and just, and love that is really shared with each other that have come to support the show here on Facebook or possibly on YouTube. And it's like coming together as a family. And that is what I see a lot within the chat too, or within the group, the family, the buddies is what we call them. And so when originally my doctor, he kind of pulled me aside and he said, okay, yeah, I know you had an allergic reaction. And I know because of that allergic reaction, you met someone. That person is now your buddy. And so they started setting us up where we would be there together at the same time. Because Nice. They started seeing that there was this synergy, this energy, they actually said we raised the vibration in the clinic when we were there together. And they kept encouraging it. And so they called us Double Trouble. Then they called us the Party Bus. And oh yeah. And my original buddy, she was originally from Cuba. And she didn't know, English was not her first language. And so she learned English by watching I Love Lucy. Need I say more? So she had that kind of comedy in everything she did. Funny. And so my doctor and our nurses started lobbying very hard because it was right around the time that there was a lot of studies coming out throughout the world that if you were isolated and alone going through treatment for cancer, your odds of making it 5 years or longer were diminished. And they saw too many people isolating themselves alone, not telling friends, not experiencing any type of joy. And when we would be around, they started stacking the room. We didn't know this until later, but they started doing little tests, and they would bring people in that they saw were having issues and they were worried about, and we didn't know this. And they would have the person in the room, and they would watch the person, and all of a sudden that person would be animated or smiling or whatever it may be, and feeling like different. And we never knew, and we still to this day would never know which ones they were. However, those stories right there were a lot of the reason why we are doing what we're doing. In fact, it's better for me even to share a video right now that talks. It actually, my doctor is in this video. So let's let him say something about it. And it was produced by Skip Thomas, who is the director of the 36-hour event and an Emmy Award winning director. So exciting. Okay, here we go.
Life is so fragile, and we're constantly reminded just how fragile life can be, especially when we or a loved one is told we have cancer. Cancer survivor myself, I can tell you, we still feel very alone in this journey.
There's a study that's been showing that patients who are socially isolated have a worse prognosis, have a worse outcome than patients who are socially interconnected.
Buddies for Life is a non-profit cancer support group for those whose life has been impacted by cancer. We'll match you with the perfect buddy. Humor, hope, heart, and hugs.
Humor, hope, heart, hugs, and a whole lot of love.
We're offering you a free membership, so please sign up today. Share this with your friends and family, and support this community in every way you can. No one should face cancer alone.
I am a Chemo Buddy for Life.
We are a Buddies Network.
No one does cancer alone.
Be a buddy.
And we are all here for you as a community of love.
We are Chemo Buddies for Life.
And if you've heard 3 words, you have cancer, for yourself or someone else, you belong with us at Chemo Buddies for Life.
Healing through connections.
Tamara, that is very moving. Great job, Skip. Wow.
I wasn't able to see anything.
Well, it will play it again, and so that you can, and you'll be able to watch it in replay. And I will say this.
Was I supposed to see it on my screen?
Yeah, but since you're on a phone, that might be why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Go ahead.
To see it again at some,
Oh yeah.
It'll be posted on the website or the Facebook page or anything.
Yes.
Like that. Okay.
Yes. In fact, anybody that wants to watch the longer version of this, if you go to our Facebook page, it is on there, pinned to the top. Also on the YouTube channel. And while you're there, please subscribe because we're working on getting our numbers up. And so the bottom line is this: is that doctor that was featured was my doctor. That chemotherapy room in which I was getting the hug, that was the lead nurse in the chemotherapy room. The chair that was in the corner, that was the chair that I was in when I had the severe allergic reaction. So you see, this is not a staged, video. This is a video that tells a story of real events and real people. And I was able to meet a buddy. I was able to have someone to journey my journey and my travels through. And the thing that was so significant, and the thing that we want to really emphasize out there, is that when I met my buddy, we both had one of the rarer type of cancers. breast cancer. There's all sorts of different types. Both of us had one of the rarer ones, and we both ended up having nearly the same type and had the same type of treatment. So, same chemo cocktail, if you will. Then, which was very unique, she had 4 children, I have 4 children. We met in another county over, and yet, as the bird flies, we were only 2 stoplights away from each other where we actually live. You see, it was no accident. It was no accident. And we ended up traveling our journey for a year and a half, going every 3 weeks to that chemotherapy room. And and I could have been done within a year, but I wasn't going to let her go for a year and a half when I wasn't there for half of the year. So on our graduation, we didn't ring a bell. We had a luau. We had Beach Boys playing, and we put coconut bras on the chemo poles, and they sacked the room. Our nurses did, and our doctor. And half a year after that, and we became notorious. It was, it was the ultimate party bus, let's just say, double trouble. A half a year later, our nurse looked at me and said, "When are you going to do something? When are you going to do something about this?" And with all the love and seriousness she could look at me, she said she wanted me to know that one of the people that they put in that room on our graduation was not the sickest one in the room. The only time they ever saw her smile was that day. And she had just passed away. And it was because they really believed that she was so lonely, and she'd lost her hope. She'd lost her will. And whatever other stories there were, she gave up, and she was no longer with us. She had gained her wings. And then my nurse looked at me and said, "Do you understand what it is that, and the power, and how we can change the way cancer is done by what it is that you and your original buddy have experienced?" And that's what we're doing. We are doing that now. And that was 4 years ago I had that discussion. And now you think about the fact that we are taking out the tour of love, and we are going to be having a groovy time. A groovy time. 36 hours of entertainment and inspirational stories, education, and making a difference in the world. So you guys, now that I know you have your phones out because you got the E360 TV app, I want you to get your calendars, get them up, and put in there November 30th through December the 1st, and starting at noon Pacific time, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and going for 36 hours, we will be live. We will be live, and we will be raising funds, yes, and we will be enrolling buddies. And I've got some more really exciting announcements we're going to be making today, because we've got so many things that are taking place. Pretty exciting, right?
It's
very exciting.
Yes. This is the kind of positivity and support and love for your fellow human that we really, really need right now. And I think, just with everything that is going on and the turmoil and things like that, these are the things that people also internalize, which are not healthy for our mental health, which can sometimes then manifest into a physiological change, right? So these are the things this is the positive change that this world needs, to support and love and be happy. Those kind of messages. It's just, the time is just perfect too. It's great. just, can't get enough. Love it.
Absolutely. And yes, we are aware that there is a clicking noise. We tried to fix it, and there's nothing we can do about it right now. And so, we're going ahead with it. Yes. So the tour of love. Come on, get happy. Trivia. Anybody remember a song? Come on, get happy. When I think of the tour of love, I think of this image, and thank you to Brooke Curran. That was, she came up with the idea of this, and Skip Thomas was involved, and Barbara Beckley, and many within the closed group. We don't talk about our buddies. We don't say their names. However, these are some of our leaders. And collectively, we started talking about, okay, we declared 2020 to be the year of love. And then with everything that started happening, we said, okay, we need to extend it. We're declaring 2020 to be the decade of love. So then we started talking about, and Carol Brown and Barbara started saying, flip it, and, flip our attitude, and, and then love it. And then we started talking about having the Love It. We'll bring up your stuff in a second. The Love It tour, and the Love It festival, and then the tour of love. And we were actually going to start an actual tour, and then COVID hits. Now,
well, with Zoom, you can go a lot more places than you can on a bus. Right?
Yep.
Zoom opens it up to so many more people. So, right side, right?
Exactly. Well, that's exactly where I was going with this, and that when you really, and I want to recognize we have more of our buddies coming, and Sherry McQueen, so happy you are here, and she had a birthday just recently, and and she got honorable mention in the prizes that we had going on, and well, thank you, awesome, yes, and everybody, the 30th at 12 noon, going through December the 1st at 2 midnight, and try different set of earbuds.
Hey, Tamara, I was just going to say, sometimes I know unplugging the earbuds and then plugging them right back in can possibly make a difference. I'll even do it for mine, just in case.
Okay, well, are we hearing it still?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not my earbuds. However, we'll see if that changes anything, hopefully.
No, it's still there.
Okay.
Oh, well.
Well.
I'm sorry.
No worries.
I can put in earbuds next time, but I don't know. I don't know if, because I unplugged that where the earbuds would go. You know what I mean? Like my charger. So I don't know. I'm not techie, so I'll do what I need to do for next time. I'll find them.
The clicking noise is louder. Uh-oh. Okay. Let me try something. Is it gone? Are we hearing it still? Or is it gone?
I think it's. I don't hear it right now. It sounds like it stopped.
What I'm going to do is when I have Dr. Jill muted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute her.
It's back.
I unmuted you. I'm going to mute you some of the time right now, Dr. Jill, and then we'll let's see. Let me try.
Tamara, you're muted now, I think.
That didn't change it though. Okay, so Dr. Jill, we're going to make sure that it is gone. Yeah, it's back right now. Okay, it's probably gone now. So, but I want Dr. Jill to be able to speak here too. And so what I think what we'll end up doing is, Dr. Jill, when we have you speak, I'm going to take us down and have you be the only one. And I have a feeling we will not have a clicking noise then. We'll try it that way. And because, and we'll have you speak because of to the expert, being the expert that you are. and having the experience with being a chiropractor and then working with energy medicine and healing and being internationally trained like you are. We will have you speak about that in a few moments. Before that, though, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to you, Kim, and I'm going to bring up here soon another video that you produced just recently. And we are going to preview that because you decided to become a sponsor for the Tour of Love.
I did. Yes, I'm happy to, and love what you guys are doing, and absolutely grateful and happy to support for sure.
Perfect. Well, I am so impressed, and I think you will be too, Dr. Jill. You actually produced this yourself, didn't you, Kim?
I did, yes.
Okay.
You said put together a commercial, and so I did my best.
Okay, yes. Okay, the jig is up. Yes, we're going to talk about that when we get back. Okay, here we go.
Every day can be a new day, regardless of what's happening around you, when you know and fully embrace how amazing you have always been.
Hi, my name is Kim O'Neill.
I help heart-centered professionals who are amazing at what they do be able to confidently and authentically express that about themselves in interviews and everyday life. I support the Chemo Buddies for Life mission as they uplift and help each other in moving through and beyond cancer. It's a big world out there, and it's waiting just for you. Every day is a new day, and it's your time to rise and shine. Thanks, Tamara.
Here, I'm going to unmute you. Yes, that's okay, Dr. Jill.
So you did not hear any of that crackling when I was unmuted. Is that right?
Yeah.
So it's all me.
That's okay. Don't worry. That's all right. You know what? It's your energy. You have so much energy. We love you. So don't worry about it.
It's my energy that's causing all these problems.
The energy is a poppin'.
So will your video then be on the on YouTube and on the Facebook page as well? Because I want to see it.
Well, you know what? We're not going to be putting that out to the public much yet. Okay. However, we can share in the in a private way so you can see it. Yes. And I'm going to meet you again because I'm going to speak to no worries, Kim for a moment. Kim, now we are doing something kind of fun this time around with the Give-A-Thon and the Tour of Love. We are having hourly sponsors, and then we are, along with that, having these commercials, if you will, that will be playing throughout too, and these are all donations. And so it is a donation to the buddies, and what it is, what we are raising funds for, and what we are raising funds for, guys, is that we are ready to take our beta site, that's really a website, however, it needs some speed. It needs to be moved into another platform and get some more attention, and that takes funds. It's not cheap to be able to have a site that will have, once we really start driving buddies there, I know within no time we're going to have thousands of buddies in this site, and within that we will be able to then have our community piece be in our own platform. We won't have to use social media. We'll be able to do it in our own group. And we have courses, and a lot of the friends of the buddies and a lot of the service heroes throughout the years have been ready to sink a lot of education into our programs, and we're going to have mentorship. We're going to be encouraging entrepreneurship. We need to be able to be, when we are surviving, we're healing through the connection, and when we come on the other side, we need to be able to support ourselves and today more than ever, this is a period of time where there is a lot of possibilities for those that decide that they are ready to really take those possibilities on. And with having the site, being able to do that, and then being able to, yes, we need to have at least a part-time employee, because our whole program is volunteer ran. However, we need someone to be able to help maintain this and then be able to go and do so much more. We have programs. We have, over the 3 years, we have even done some pilot programs, and we know that our programs are making a difference. And so we are going to be raising the funds. However, we're having a commercial ready to go into the next year. And with what you produced, all you have to even do, you can keep the Chemo Buddies in there. However, if you just cut that out, you now have a produced commercial for your podcast ready to go into 2021. How does that feel?
It feels pretty awesome. I wasn't even going into it thinking that. And as I was creating it, I realized that, and I was like, oh, wow. And then when I saw how, when it felt complete, I even realized, oh, that would even be a clean cut. I could remove the Chemo Buddies and still keep it as is. And I think right now it's 38 seconds. So if I take out that one portion, it then becomes probably closer to 30 seconds, which is ideal. So yeah, I love that. But Tamara, I love that you just shared all the different things that the donations are going to go towards to help Chemo Buddies for Life. That's, of course, really helpful for a sponsor or a donor to know. And I don't know about Dr. Jill, but it was feeling exciting because I know you say this all the time. We've all known at least one person or more who've been impacted by cancer. And so to know that your donation, your funds are going to help an organization that's already doing such a great job of supporting their community and growing their community, to know that, oh my goodness, my money that's going to support them in one way can lead to even greater and greater support for them moving forward. That's really inspiring. And you guys have amazing, very affordable, all levels of sponsor donor rates available, which I think is fantastic and good for people to know too.
Thank you for sharing that. And I'm going to have, in a moment, I'm going to take us down, and I'm going to give Dr. Jill the stage for a moment in just a second. And I have another announcement that I want to share, and that is that I can't even, I'm just so excited. Yes, we are creating, and if anybody goes to the cb4l.org site, you're going to start seeing that it's going to start looking like it's getting an update. It's starting to get our colors and our images are starting to really show up there. Here soon, you're going to start seeing some more speed. You're going to start seeing some stuff, because we've got a group that is going to be working with us, understanding that we're gonna raise the funds, and they're kind of going to work with us on a belief system. Let's put it that way, and in doing it in a fair way, so that our dollars are going to go further, so that we can get the housing done that we need. It is going to have the speed that it needs. It will be able to house thousands of buddies to be able to find each other, and we'll be able to put more of the funds that we raise into our programs. And I just had that conversation with this international company last evening, and they have been watching us and being there, and they said that they believe in us so much that they want to help partner with us. So we're going to be making some big announcements here soon. This will be happening here soon, and it will be in time for the Tour of Love, so that when we are enrolling buddies, we'll be able to have them go straight to the site, and it will be, the look and feel will be an updated look and feel, and it will have a robust system, and we will be able to be going to that next level of serving our community and having some of our programs, because I know we're going to raise the funds. I know we're going to do it. I absolutely do. And yes, and I'm going to ask a question of Dr. Jill. So thank you for mentioning that, Kim. And Dr. Jill, I did load some of your images that you have. And the question that I really would love for you to be able to come from, from your professional experience, because right now I've been doing a lot of interviewing and getting ready for the Tour of Love, of which, guys, do you realize that we have a store, wink, wink, and it has, as of yesterday, its own URL. It is CB4L, so C, Chemo Buddies, the number 4L, dot store. CB4L dot store. We'll take you straight to the store. It has, and thank you to that particular tech company that is going to be teaming with us. That was something that they did as, you need this, we're going to do it. So thank you very much. You know who you are. We'll make a big announcement soon. So as we have been filming, Dr. Jill, the World Health Organization and the UN Charter has been talking about the fact that we have an epidemic within the world, and many people are going to say, oh yeah, we know that, it's called COVID. However, really what the big epidemic is right now is cancer. And recently, and I feel like tearing up every single time I talk about this. Recently, it has been said that the poorer nations, that there is going to be an increase up to 2030 of up to 80% that people are going to have cancer. And in the more affluent countries, it's going to still be a huge number, and that's up to 40% more. And what got me was that they were talking about 30% of that 80% for the poorer countries. We can make it, and so that those 30% will never hear those words through education. And I think about the education that we have been given this last year to our buddies in our closed group, you, Dr. Jill, and so many others of the licensed professionals that have come in to teach. And many of these poorer nations, they may not have clean water, but they have cell phones and they have the ability to connect with us. So what I would love for you to be able to talk about right now is how important it is for people to understand simple things like, good eating habits, being aware of frequencies and mindset, and early detection through testing. Now, that's a harder one in some countries. However, some people don't even know about it to even start exploring it. We need to get these messages out there. And I'm going to take us down and give you the floor, and then we'll come up towards the end, and we're going to give you some time right now.
I am a preventative, because so many of the things that I'll talk about what happens in the United States. Like 8 of the 10 top killers in the United States are things that you can change: lifestyle, diet, and things like that. But I also add into that your mental health, meaning your vibrational health and how you perceive things. Because health, to me, and how I've always taught it, is it's like a triangle of health, a triad of health, which is chemical, structural, and emotional, and all sides are equal. And then to add to that, I think to potentiate or synergistically make that really work is to add the energetic component. And the energetic component is how you think and feel, and you vibrate, and then that creates. So it sounds real woo woo, and I've started saying it sounds woo woo, but it's really woohoo. It's epigenetics, and epigenetics is another way of looking at it, and that's a more scientific terminology, and that's lifestyle changes and perception of your life and how you see the things that you're going through. So she put up some graphics here, and that is the name of my my office. And then we talk about the structural, the chemical, emotional. But when you add that energetic piece, that is ultimate health. And it's all things that you don't necessarily have to go anywhere for. This can potentiate what you're doing with your cancer treatments. Before anything happens to you where you may have a cancer diagnosis, it can be during, it can be after. And it's all things that you can do on your own, because it's you. You oftentimes are the best healer for yourself, for your body. And sorry, my dog, I didn't want her to bark. So, but then just I saw the graphic for the vibrational pyramid that Tamara shared here. And you can see, there's a hierarchy of emotions. When you have, not that any emotion is bad and some are good, it just is higher or lower. And if you are in a constant state of a lower vibration feeling, your body, it doesn't do well for your body. You don't process things well. Your cells are, not vibrating at a healthier level so that they can communicate the way that they should. And this is not something that necessarily changes immediately. We're all sad sometimes. We're all mad sometimes, but it's a chronic sadness. It's a chronic shame, a sense of shame. But we can change that by looking at life differently and having gratitude and all those kind of things. So those are the things that I like to talk about. And I think that the tour of love is just another step of good vibrations, sharing and caring, and really opening up. I mean, my gosh, how many people are going to be seeing this? 80 million potentially can watch and see what this group has to offer, and give them the resources to connect with other people that are going through these things, and stuff for their families, to how to better, support and care for their families. I just love it. I love everything about it. And I'm very, very happy to have, to be a part of it.
And thank you for that. Let me get us back here. Thank you for that explanation. And I'm going to mute you. However, I will unmute you again here soon. You, Kim, you work a lot with the vibrational and with this area also. And so I'd love to hear what you have to share. And then also many of the buddies and people that are here, fans of the show, are sharing in regards to, yes, fur babies do, feel your energy, good habits, rest, positive thoughts, and energy vibration is important. Yes, 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 Sherry. Yes, it is. So, Kim, this is also an area of expertise for you. Why don't you share what your thoughts are?
Yeah, well, I loved hearing Dr. Jill talk about this as a licensed professional, because energy is part of everything. And so to know that that's being taken into account along with the other components that she listed for overall well-being, I totally resonate with the whole woo-woo to woo-hoo. I mean, I love it. And so, yes, our emotions are information. There's no wrong emotion, but if you're feeling something that you don't like, I mean, and emotions are energy. It's energy in motion. So if you're feeling something that doesn't feel good, then that's indicative of a lower vibration, which tends to lead someone susceptible to not being as healthy or just other experiences that are unwanted. So that's the key. That's the relevance of moving into a higher vibrational state so that you not only feel better, but then optimal health is then more accessible, more available, all of that. And so absolutely. I know this is Dr. Hawkins' emotional guidance scale on the screen here. And I love that he has the numbers towards it, because you can even just kind of see like, oh, wow, if we were to look at vibration numerically, what a difference it is to be in a space of peace, joy, or love versus shame, guilt, apathy, grief. You can just, that I think can just help someone kind of compute it mentally. And then also see how when you are feeling that better feeling, you go from a space of feeling contracted to more expansive, more uplifted. There was a time I can even just recall when it felt weird for me to be like this. And that's when I was in a lower vibration. When you go like this, when you're feeling free, when you're feeling high vibration, you now are more open and more receptive to other things that are of that vibration. And I just have, there's all these different thoughts coming to mind right now. So yes, I absolutely love what Dr. Jill was talking about. It's definitely part of everything that I do as well, through the coaching, the show, Reiki, all of it. So yeah, plays a role.
Awesome. Now, guys, we're putting on 36 1-hour shows. 36 1-hour shows. Okay. Get that kind of like, okay, vibration. Think about this. When you hear a song, when you hear music, when you hear something, that actually can help to raise the vibration. Humor. We talk about humor a lot, and raising the vibration through laughter and the serotonin and everything. Well, we are right now, and I have been talking every single day, and some of the names and some of the different musical people that are coming, and now the comedy people that are coming, every single hour, the 36 hours are going to have entertainment, inspiration, education, stories. And yes, we're going to be raising funds, and we're going to be making the case why, and we're going to be enrolling buddies. We're doing it in a groovy way. So get your go-go boots, and we'd love to start getting some go-go boot clips of people that, if you like to do the go-go boot, dancing thing, we're going to put those to use. And right now, I am going to share a quick little video, and then we're going to then end it afterwards. This was the opening act from last year, and I was so excited about this. Guys, this is a great opening act, but wait until this year. That's why you want to put the Tour of Love on your calendar now. Here you go. We know that there will be a time that no one has to ever hear you have cancer and then feel afraid, isolated, and alone.
When I was going through chemo, I felt as if nobody understood what I was going through.
We all need a buddy, and people that have cancer need a buddy more than ever.
We're kicking cancer to the curb, and we're doing it through Chemo Buddies for Life.
Hold me like the river Jordan, and I will then say to thee, you are my friend. Carry me like you are mine. Love me like a mother. Will you be there?
Thank you for being here with us and supporting Chemo Buddies for Life. This 36 hours is going to be entertaining. I love everybody participating. Thank you for supporting, and enjoy the entertainment and the heart that went into preparing this event.
So I want to encourage you guys to please either be a buddy or even donate, because every time you donate, it's somebody else getting support through this entire thing.
Hear me, tell me, will you hold me? When wrong, will you scold me? When lost, will you find me?
But they told me I'm meant to be faithful and walk when I'm able. and fight to the end, but I'm only human.
I have lost an aunt, I've lost uncles, I've lost my grandparents, and I lost my wife to cancer. And I know how difficult it is to be in a situation to hear those words, you have cancer.
So if you know anyone who's going through this, if you know that they're going through a hard time and you can't be there for them every single second of the day, Chemo Buddies for Life is there for you.
Everyone taking control of me. Six and the world's got a role for me. I'm so confused when you show to me. You'll be there for me. Here enough to bend me.
I just want to cry because most of us think that we're alone. And, you know, that was a huge breakthrough and just insight of, you know what? A lot of people know what it's like.
And it's fantastic the two of you have been able to formulate this pair. And I'm hoping that others will kind of take your lead and see the benefit of pairing up.
I am so impressed how this lady took something, cancer of all things, and she turned it into a positive. She found a chemo buddy. During her experience, she was able to find support that way, and now she's passionate about bringing that to others. So please, I know that you know somebody that's struggling with cancer. They shouldn't have to feel like they're going through it alone.
One thing that I think is so great about Chemo Buddies is the community. And through that community, you truly get a lot of support.
It gives hope and healing and a place for people that are going through chemo and cancer to have a support system, and I'm so thankful for it.
Chemo Buddies for Life has brought such opportunities for me to remember my best friend and all the people I've walked the journey with.
Encouraging support, Tamara Hunter, Chemo Buddies for Life.
And so I'm doing my part to pay it forward and be a part here and help them raise funds. So donate now and help us to be able to achieve a great thing, and that is make a difference in somebody's life.
Chemo Buddies for Life means to me unity, strength in numbers, a family to support, grow, love, and be there. So will you be there?
There you go.
Tamara, those commercials are just so moving. I want to add to what we were talking about with the vibrational scale is that you're not just raising your vibration for yourself, you're raising your vibration because it creates momentum and a ripple effect to others. And that's what I feel every time I watch these commercials, Tamara, is there's this ripple effect that's already taking place, and it's beautiful. It's wonderful.
So we have got to close this down. However, you guys, we are going to be on the Service Hero Show. We are going to be talking about the Tour of Love throughout November. Off and on, we'll have some other shows. However, there are so many service heroes that are involved with this program, and stay tuned because there are many stars and some that are going to be, I know, your favorites that you're not going to want to miss, because we really are the next Jerry Lewis Telethon in the Tour of Love. All right, everyone, make it a great day, and we will see you on Friday. Bye, everyone.
Bye.